Hello and welcome to episode number 2 of the 3 Points Podcast. My name is Matt Meaney. To my left, Joseph Arthur Marrone, Gem 4. To my right, Ryan Buchan. We have 2 announcements at the beginning of this podcast. Our hearts go out to the Eli Manning family and the Adam Vinatieri family for their losses last night. And Dan didn't want me to say this, but I have a bump on the back of my throat and I might have cancer. So, Ryan, go ahead.
What you? Okay, yeah, sure.
Morgan's.
You're not going to talk. My shout out is to Ryan Ringaneschi, who texted me the other day and said, I had a nightmare that we were at a Star Wars Memorial Museum, and he started ugly crying over the reaction of how brutally they were being treated. And I apparently started filming him in the stream and was making fun of him.
Did you say ugly crying?
Yes, that's what he said.
Are you an adult male and you said ugly crying?
He said this. Ryan Ringaneschi said this.
Who was ugly crying?
He said, I have to pull it up exactly.
Well, while he pulls it up, I just want to make my announcement. A sincere congratulations from the 3 of us to Beyonce for her basically Emmys.
Nope.
All right, Joe, you're cut off.
Nope.
You actually...
Nope. But so he said he was ugly crying, and then I started vlogging him having a breakdown, and he got actually upset with me about this.
All right, so Ryan Ringaneschi,
shout out.
Also, don't use the word ugly crying again, bro. All right, let's spin this wheel. That's spin.
Nope.
Spin it.
Yeah. I'm not looking, but I'm spinning. There we go. On the green one.
Oh, producer Dan Greene in the studio. Should have shouted him out at the beginning, too.
Best minor league alternate. So as we get closer to baseball season, teams are starting to announce their alternate uniforms for promo schedules. So if you guys want to take a sec, look up a team. The Renegades just recently introduced one. Hudson Valley Retrievers.
They have some good ones.
Introduced one last week. So take a second, find one that you like, and talk about it.
Well, I think I already have mine.
I think I know mine, but I want to make sure.
I'm a homer. I will say the Hudson Valley Renegades alternate, the Hudson Valley Cider Donuts. Hudson Valley is where the best cider donuts are, not some whack Silverman's Farm in Easton, Connecticut. Those go bad after like 3 days.
That's true, actually. I have mine, actually, and this is a little bit of a goofy one. I saw it live in person. So the Somerset Patriots, AA affiliate of the New York Yankees, this season, home to Spencer Jones, future outfielder for the Yankees. They're obviously Somerset, New Jersey, so they're the Jersey Diners. It's a little cup of coffee logo, but then the fun part, here's the fun part. Their whole chant is, you know the little diner bell? Yeah. You know, like that bell you ring, like the ding ding? They just ring that. That's the whole thing.
No, that's kind of cool.
It's
are people supplying the bells? Like it's the team?
It's just like over the loudspeaker. I just ring it, and they bring in like diner people. It's a low effort, high reward thing. I like that.
Okay. So do you want me to go, or do you?
Well, yeah.
Okay. I'm also gonna be a homer with hold on, it just went away. But yeah, the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. We have the Bathtub Donkeys. Great logo. I like how the shower cap also has baseballs on it. And, you know, they stuck with, like, the same theme, essentially, of, like, donkeys, a pony. That would be a hat or a shirt I would buy.
Yeah.
Like, something good like that. Also, speaking of hats, shout out the Mets spring training cap. Great hat.
It's very goofy.
But it's just great. I think it has aura. So hopefully soon, at one point during this show's premiere, or, like, running, I'll have that hat on.
So for my pick, I have to go with, hometown hero.
Oh boy.
The Hartford Yard Goats.
Why do you have a Hartford Whalers logo up?
I can't go a day without staring at that logo. But the alternate for them is the Thunder Chickens.
Ooh. Okay.
So I would have said Binghamton Rumble Ponies too, because they're probably my second favorite minor league baseball team.
We
behind the Yard Goats.
We did to do a little bit of activism on this podcast, actually. and maybe producer Dan can pull this up, but Corpus Christi Hooks, great baseball team, state of Texas. I played for them in my kindergarten T-ball team, Corpus Christi Hooks. Changed their logo. The logo sucks now. You guys want to pull it up and just
How do you spell Corpus? Corpus?
No, Corpus Corpus. And then Christi like Christ.
Yeah.
Ryan is actually illiterate, and
No, I actually love spelling.
you can be dyslexic and love spelling. Dyslexia is not a hatred of
Is that the old logo?
That is the old logo,
It's
right?
the new logo.
That is the new logo.
They just made it boring.
Yeah, significant downgrade for any old logo, then new logo.
That's not fun.
Yeah, this just looks like Central Connecticut.
Yeah.
This doesn't even look like.
Who's going to see
But who goes to Central Connecticut?
Who would ever go there?
If we have any listeners from Central Connecticut,
Shout out our Lyman Hall audience. Oh,
We cannot trash talk.
no, we actually can't.
Connecticut, Jake Storiali and Jimmy John Boy O'Brien of John Boy Media are both Central Connecticut alums.
Well, that's where it's going.
Fans of their content.
Jake
On
Storiali.
the website, Corpus Christi still uses the C's in the Texas. So they know which logo is better.
Hopefully they change it, though. You know what? So, Corpus Christi Hooks, if you're listening, do better.
Go Blue Devils.
what?
No.
Go to your high school?
No,
Oh, that's the Central
CSU.
Connecticut.
Oh, what's your high school mascot?
The Trojans.
Weird. You're the Firebirds.
That's just not even real, though. At least the Trojans existed.
Yeah, they lost.
But then they founded the Roman Empire.
No, the one survivor went and founded the Roman Empire.
I don't see your point. It's just that they founded the Roman Empire.
They didn't even found the Roman Empire. All right, you know what?
A Trojan founded the Roman Empire.
No, not true. Aeneas, who escapes the Trojan War, goes off with his dad on his back
And what was
his son.
And where is he from?
He's from Troy. But wait,
Interesting.
he goes and founds a city, who then their descendants found another city, and then people in that city found Rome.
So what you're saying is, without him, the Trojan man,
Sure.
Rome would not exist.
Right, and then without the Greeks, the Trojans would have had to escape because they lost. They fell for a horse, Joe.
Well, okay, I can't defend that part. Okay, but to be fair, also our rival in the same town, our rival high school was the Titans, which the Titans are a cool mascot, except that they used the image of Zeus for everything, for all of their media.
Not accurate.
Which, if you know, Zeus is actually not a Titan.
No.
Really?
No, he's not. He's a god. Yeah. What was your mascot?
Or I swam for the T-Birds.
The Thunderbird?
The Connecticut Thunderbirds, yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Connecticut High School.
So you're not going to comment on that, but Firebird gets comment?
I think Thunderbirds is bad too.
Firebird is better, though.
Yeah.
No, the Thunderbird
see,
was
the
jacked. The
Thunderbirds,
Thunderbird had like that Dorito build of like his legs were really tiny and small. But like he had a huge, just like
The town
So
over,
he skipped leg day.
sure, I don't know. It was a math.
the town over from us was the Thunderbirds, and we called them the Thunder Turds. So I don't know if that
Amateur.
makes it any better.
It's a class act.
The other town near us was the Indians, and then they had to change their name. To,
All right, we got two things ready to get canceled, Joe. It's the second episode, and we're already like punting on this.
Speaking of punting, let's get back to the special teams snubs from the Hall of Fame. If Adam Vinatieri is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, and this can be like directly quoted, no special teams player will ever be a first ballot Hall of Famer for the rest of NFL history.
Unless someone breaks Vinatieri's record,
But then again, at that point,
they'd be a first ballot.
no, they have to enter after Adam Vinatieri. I think Adam Vinatieri is the GOAT of special teams.
You gotta so.
Wherever he goes, the next best has to go after him.
No. But what I'm saying is, if you have a special teams player, like a kicker, that breaks his records, maybe he goes first ballot.
But like,
I don't agree.
it makes no sense to me because he set like the GOAT standard,
He did.
and we just denied him.
Yep.
I don't know if I could say like he's really the GOAT, because as a wise man once said,
It's gonna be some freezing cold take.
Tyler Ninja Blevins once said, "Why would you ever have a kicker on an NFL roster that misses a kick?"
Joe, is there any kicker that has not missed a kick?
No, but like, there's so many people that exist in the world. Like, you could probably find somebody.
And it's
Okay, but do you know what goes into a kick?
Yeah, you use your foot.
The worst. The worst.
Well, like, there's no one else that should get in above him as a kicker.
Not currently.
Especially if they miss kicks.
You're done. You're actually done.
That's like a quarterback, right? Like, they miss passes.
Yeah, but that's hard.
We're going to cut to Joe trying to kick a field goal.
And my GOAT, Patrick Mahomes, barely ever misses his throws. So,
Yeah, right. He gets those phantom 15-yard penalties to the
well, conveniently, every time he misses his throws, there's a penalty for pass interference or roughing the passer. So,
who are you rooting for that Sunday?
Unfortunately, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I think we did this last week.
I did it.
Yeah, I think we're all going for Eagles.
It's a sad world where I have to root for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. But I'm not rooting for the Eagles, though. I want to make this clear. I'm just rooting for Meteor, honestly. Yeah, you know what? Like, a lot of talk about plane crashes. Just gonna leave it there.
I just hope that Saquon Barkley gets like 1,000 rushing yards. That's my goal.
Actually, no gains.
Yeah, it's in the game.
It's actually not realistic, Joe. Offensive player of the year.
Yeah, he deserves it. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. What are our thoughts on Josh Allen winning MVP?
I think he deserves it. I think this is not safe.
It's like the second time, either ever or like in the past, like maybe this century, that the first team All-Pro quarterback has not won MVP.
But here's my thing, is that last year, Lamar got the MVP because he carried his team. This year, for all the people saying Lamar's numbers are better, he should get it, you're not playing by the same rules. Yeah, Lamar played with an obviously better roster. Josh Allen played with a significantly worse roster. He also beat Lamar in the playoffs.
I still think it should have been Saquon.
I would also say it should have been Saquon. I'm not mad about Josh Allen.
I don't like this whole... I'm
in a second. Please let Dan chime in here.
The issue is they didn't give it to McCaffrey last year when McCaffrey had the best year. And yes, Saquon had these outstanding statistical numbers for running back, but it wasn't the same down year for quarterbacks. Like Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar all had better years this year than any quarterback did last year, and McCaffrey still didn't win last year.
Well, if we want to get real deep here, the NFL tanked it when they didn't give it to Cooper Kupp. That was an off.
I actually agree with
that was an off year for quarterback, and Cooper Kupp had, dare I say, the greatest wide receiver season, and they didn't give him MVP.
I just hate the consistent and eternal glaze of quarterbacks in the league. Like, they act as if that's the only position that exists when, they're one of 11 on the offense.
And if we want to go back here, we bring back defense. Has there ever been a defensive player to win MVP? Like, at least since 1970? I don't think.
Recheck that.
Like, I don't. J.J. Watt, was it 2014? No, that was the year he was drafted. So maybe he was drafted in 2012. So maybe around then. He had multiple receiving touchdowns. He played tight end.
Yes.
He had multiple defensive touchdowns, forced fumbles, led the league in sacks. Like that, he is playing both sides of the ball, and on a dominant level at defensive end. How he didn't win MVP is blasphemous.
Did LT win an MVP?
Yeah, it's two people. I just needed the second name, Alan Page, in 1971. LT did win MVP in 1986.
Okay, so since 86, defensive player.
That is
so, but it's been 40 years since a defensive player.
J.J. Watt should have an MVP. Aaron Donald should have an MVP. If you're going to call that glazing...
No, I'm not going to call it glazing. I just think that if any time...
A D tackle had 20 and a half sacks.
If any time you need a defensive player, you're just going to name Aaron Donald.
He's one of the greatest defensive players to play the game. What is the debate?
No. There's no debate. It's just like I could name LT. LT did all that on cocaine and like tons of drugs too.
And Aaron Donald didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, LT was
So
hopped off his mind.
I'm not denying the greatness of LT. I'm just also saying, like, LT has an MVP, so I'm not going to mention LT.
No. I just there's no glaze that you have for Aaron Donald. I just think it's funny that you just consistently mentioned
Because he's the GOAT. Oh, my God.
Patrick Mahomes.
anyway,
Dexter.
that's
Oh.
verifiably the GOAT. I mean,
Like-
no one's ever three-peated before, and I'm calling it. It's gonna be a three-peat.
If they repeat, we're going to make this deal right now. You have to buy the shirt that says, like Chief.
No, because it's gonna be expensive, and I'm never gonna want to wear it.
No, you have to buy it. This,
All right,
this is
you
the
know
deal we're
what?
gonna
You
make.
know what? If they three-peat, you have to kick. You have 5 chances to kick a field goal.
And if you miss all 5, you have to buy the Chief.
From what distance?
A PAT. An NFL.
It's just a chip shot.
Okay, that's a deal.
And if you miss all 5, you have to buy the Chief Beat shirt.
Okay. And if they lose, if they lose, it's just
Yeah, if they lose, nothing happens.
Yes.
okay.
All right.
Good.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's get that on the
Ready?
record.
Hold on.
I'm nervous now. I gotta practice my form.
I already back this. Why don't you think Aaron Donald shouldn't have it?
No, I don't. I actually don't. I just think that there's a lot of like Ryan just defaults to like Aaron Donald. I just think it's funny that
He's the greatest defensive player of all time, in my opinion.
It's like whenever you say that, like,
No, because this is such an era.
Do you know who has a Grammy, Ryan? You know who has a Grammy?
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter has 4, I think. But Beyonce has a Grammy.
and well deserved it was.
Does Aaron Donald have a Grammy?
What does that have?
Does he have
anything to
an
do with?
MVP?
No.
Does he have an Oscar?
What-
How is he in the GOAT
The
conversation?
the numbers don't lie.
They just don't lie.
Kobe
Kobe
ever?
Grammy don't lie.
Kobe has what? He has an Oscar. Yeah, Kobe has an Oscar.
Kobe doesn't have an Oscar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, back to this Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I'm genuinely kind of dumbfounded here.
I'm not against Aaron Donald at all. I just
Well, that's what it's sounding like.
I just kind of like the little rage bait that we get out of you.
Yeah, because I get really passionate about Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Cue up the highlights.
Phenomenal player.
Speaking of Aaron Donald, Jared Verse. Holy crap.
Congratulations.
Defensive Rookie of the Year. My chair just sunk. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Well deserved. I'm not saying he's going to be Aaron Donald, but man, what a draft by the Los Angeles Rams in 2024.
So we should just, like, instead of the video for this podcast, we should just have just an extended clip of Aaron Donald highlights
It's fine by me.
while we talk.
I mean, yeah, speaking of this, I used to that edit where it's like talking about like Russ's 3-point celebrations, and it's like, oh, Serge Ibaka, nice block. And then DeAndre Jordan dunks on him, and it's like, whoa, this is a Lob City edit now? Like that's what I'm trying to do. There's the one play where Aaron Donald just like rips the ball out of a falling running back's hand with one arm to force a fumble and recover it. MVP.
It's just the glaze. It's just the glaze.
I'll do it all day.
Have you seen the Tim Duncan edit where it just plays the...
You have no good. You have no clue how good Tim Duncan is. Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah. Peak edits.
The edit going around this morning was the Tom Brady at the interview at one of the Super Bowls when the kid asked him, "Who's your hero?" and he goes, "My dad." Cut to Eli Manning.
Not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Elisha Nelson Manning.
One could say he was snubbed.
He was not. All right.
But I think that. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I was going to move
I
on.
was going to go back. I was going to get back to Adam Vinatieri, but you do it. You go.
No, please.
I just want. I think Adam is the bigger snub than Eli.
He is. I'm fine with that.
That's all I want
He
to
is.
say.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
You go.
Yeah, okay. All right, we're going to move on. We're not going to move on here, right?
Just
Cam?
real quick, Matt did try to stage a walkout if Eli was not getting elected in his first ballot. And I said, I'll walk out if Vinatieri doesn't. And he was like, there's no way Vinatieri doesn't.
And now we're here.
Yep.
Looking at you, NFL Writers Association.
Yep.
The NFL should take a page out of the Grammys book and
Just
give award
feed to popular demand.
no, give awards to people that actually deserve it. Like
You're the worst. You're the worst.
like Beyonce.
Well, what my last thing before we move to whatever Matt's about to talk about, I'm glad that some players, like the more modern players, didn't get in. Honestly, I do think at some point, like Luke Kuechly will be in the Hall of Fame, Earl Thomas, but I'm glad they were not first ballot guys.
No, and I think that's good. Is that we're moving in the direction of like you have to earn first ballot status.
Antonio Gates, shout out, great call there. I'm glad he's in the NFL Hall of Fame. But like, if Luke Kuechly was first ballot over Adam Vinatieri, I would have been upset.
Right, but I still think Adam Vinatieri deserves first ballot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If Adam didn't get him, but they gave it to Luke Kuechly, I would have walked out. That would have caused a walkout. That's my take.
All right. Anyway, so we're moving on. We have a new segment on this podcast. So I'm running a quiz for the two of you, actually. List style fashion. I need you to name for me. I think there's 25 here. The top college NCAA mascots across all schools. So we're talking D1, D2, D3, the most commonly used mascots.
How are we doing this? Like band for band or one of the...
You can go band for band.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go start strong. Say Bulldog.
Bulldog is number 4 on my list. That's going to be 26 schools.
Okay. I'll go Spartans.
Spartans is down 14, but they got 14 mentions. Joe?
Guess I'll stay on that train. How about Trojans? Like my alma mater. Are they on the list at all?
Trojans are not on the list.
Oh, embarrassing. Can I get Tigers?
Tigers is the number 1 answer.
Oh,
really?
Yep. LSU, Sports University.
Auburn, Clemson.
Shout out Auburn.
Yeah.
War Eagle.
All right. How about Falcons?
Falcons is good. That's good for 16 teams.
Okay.
Can I get a Rams?
You can get a Rams. That's going to give you 13 schools. Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Just start naming animals.
I haven't missed yet. Am I winning? Like,
yeah, you haven't missed.
Huskies then.
Huskies is a good answer. That's going to get you 9 schools.
Okay.
Dead last.
I'm debating between 2 right now. Can I get a Falcons?
Joe already had
just said.
Oh, did you? So, okay, so can I use my other? I apologize. I was not. Hawks.
Hawks is right tied with Falcons. 16 schools.
Wait, did you just say it?
Yeah, I said it like.
No, it's
right before Huskies. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm trying to think like.
I feel like you got to. Excuse me. I feel like the strategy is Power 5 school.
I feel like Cardinals.
Cardinals is good. That's 15.
Can I get Lions?
Lions is going to get you 24.
I get like Bears, or.
So Bears 17. 17
Okay.
for Bears. Bruins do not crack this list.
I don't know if they just combine.
I think that would just be UC.
They might just be. No, there's like, I think Dan has something, but there are a few Bruin schools. Dan?
There's a really good college basketball team in the Southeast Conference with this, like, it is consistently the most common name in at least like Division I power school.
And it's my turn. Southeast Conference. Who's really good right now? You said Bama. No, but like nothing's like Bama is Bama. Yes, no other Bama. Oh, Wildcats.
Wildcats are 26. Yeah.
Do you have like a category?
Birds.
That's a weird name. Sorry.
Go back to birds.
More birds.
Yeah. Really a big one.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles are number 2 on the list.
Okay.
Ravens? No. That's
No Ravens.
Horrible guess.
No Ravens. There's a few different types of birds here. One is a variation of a bird we've already said.
Like bald eagles, would that be a different category?
Yes, that's a different, but it's not bald eagles.
Okay.
The Fighting Bald Eagles.
No.
Seahawks?
No Seahawks.
This may be a stretch here. Can I get like in some form or another like a Friar or a Jasper, like something like that?
I like that guess. Jasper.
Different thing.
That's a unique thing to Manhattan.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
You'd be close with Friar.
What?
Think like
Saints.
Saints.
How many more do we have left?
There's quite a few.
I actually don't know.
You're actually missing a big one.
Frogs. Yeah, I didn't bring it up, but Joe's wearing the same shirt as the kid.
So
nothing's wrong. Shirt.
So I washed it before today. I'll wear it for the week, and then I'll wash it again, and that's my cycle. This is my work shirt that I own, but it's my favorite. Well, it's my favorite shirt by default because, again, it's my only shirt.
It's your only shirt.
Do you have a guess, Joe, or are you just going to talk about
I'm I don't know.
I don't know.
All right. I'm embarrassed that you guys didn't get this one. But with
like the Knights.
The Knights are another one.
Okay.
But with 18, the Pioneers.
Really?
You go to this thing.
Well, because I only know.
I would have never been to that.
I only know, what is it? Is it Norfolk State? No, it's so there's some other
state.
Is it?
Alfred State in New York is Pioneers.
Yeah, I knew Sacred Heart University and like one other, and that was it.
18.
I only knew us. There's some D3 schools harvesting on the name.
Yeah.
Pioneers. You know that. Like,
we have Cougars. I don't think anyone said that. No one says Panthers, right?
No, we were kind of lacking on the Cats, I feel like.
Yeah. Spartans.
I said Spartans.
You said Spartans? Okay, better than the Trojans.
Okay.
We have the Yellow Jackets with 14.
Georgia Tech.
Harrison Bucker, alma mater. Bobcats.
QU.
Crusaders. Holy Cross.
Okay.
Vikings. Yeah, Dan.
Not to interrupt, but I think that we should not be the Pioneers. I think we should be the Sacred Heart Crusaders, make it more religiously effective because we are at a Catholic university.
Well, we're the Pioneers because we're the first Catholic college staffed by laity.
And I don't know, Crusaders, I feel like there's a bit of controversy with that one that they probably don't want to get into.
I mean, we don't have to get into the Crusades now, but
I'm not making any.
This is a podcast of controversy.
Yeah, this whole episode's going to get canceled.
I'm not making any statements about the Crusades. I'm just saying this simple fact that they are a controversial event, which is probably why they would watch.
Sure, so let's not talk about it anymore.
All right, we're cutting it there.
It happened during the Crusades.
Vikings, Warriors, Bearcats, Beavers.
What the fuck is a Bearcat? Sorry. What? There's enough schools called the Bearcats. Like, I didn't know you could just
schools.
I didn't know you could just throw two different animals together and say, "Oh, there's my mascot."
All right, I'm pulling up a picture of a Bearcat.
So who else is a beaver besides OSU?
I don't know.
I wonder how many like
it's a binturong. That's a Bearcat.
That's not an intimidating animal. It looks like a
Bearcat.
Wait, they probably graphic design it so like the whiskers are long.
Well, yeah, you could graphic design anything to make it look cooler. That doesn't make it a good mascot.
And the last one that you guys are missing were the Golden Eagles.
That Golden Eagles is different from bald eagles.
There's a tour show in regular, and I just made contact with 8.
Oh, this is a tour.
This is actually
shout out. If you're on this, shout out the podcast, we will send you merch.
From whose pocket?
The show's pocket.
Staff
from our coffers.
Our donors. So I think we should move to another topic.
Yeah.
That was actually requested in our comments on our YouTube channel. Let's do LeBron versus Jordan.
Yeah, it's Jordan. Yeah, we can
LeBron.
Dan.
Based on the criteria we were setting for Aaron Donald, Kobe has an Oscar. Kobe's the GOAT then.
True. That's true. Kobe has the most all-around fame. So that makes him.
He's the most well-rounded guy.
Yes.
I feel like LeBron has to have one of those. Does he? Doesn't he have an Emmy?
Actually,
does he have an Emmy? He might have an Emmy for his show, the barbershop thing.
He might have an Emmy.
That could be on the way.
What about did neither of the Space Jams ever win anything?
Electric movies. Oscar stuffed.
I love this. Are you asking, did the second Space Jam movie win the Academy Award?
Well, that was more. I was more speaking on the first one. The first one was a great movie.
It's like, what was funny as hell.
Yeah. What do you got for us, Dan?
So LeBron has won a single daytime Emmy and multiple sports Emmys, but I do still think an Oscar blows them away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Kobe win the Oscar for?
Was it a playwriting of his book?
It was a short film. It was this animated short film. It's something about basketball, and they show it in the Naismith Hall of Fame. And
He also, I don't know if he it was co-signing of the book, but there is a book. Like you go on his Instagram page, and there's advertising for it.
He still posts?
No, before.
Oh, prior.
God, we're actually.
This show's getting canceled. Jeff, you got any hot takes soon?
I have said already. Just give me on a topic, and I'll start going.
What's your most? No.
Go ahead. No. What were you gonna say?
Go ahead, Ryan.
Ryan, you had something to say?
No, I actually had nowhere to go with that. I just lost the train of thought.
Okay. Joe?
Oh, so I think that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And I don't have any real facts to back that up. I think he's cooler.
It's just
his shoes are better.
It's just pure body.
Shoes are better. I think LeBron is.
You would think LeBron is.
Yeah. What does that mean?
It means you would think LeBron is.
LeBron Blazer. Personally, I think that Larry Bird is the GOAT. My personal GOAT.
Nah, that's true.
Do you think Steph Curry is in the top 10?
I think he's top 5.
I
think he's definitely top 10.
Who's your top 5? What? Really?
Maybe not. Okay, maybe not top 5. He's definitely pretty high up in the top 10.
In a consensus top 3 in no particular order, I feel like for most people is Jordan, LeBron, Magic Johnson. Would we all agree with that?
I don't know about Magic.
Mine is Jokic, Stockton, and Larry Bird.
And Dirk.
And Dirk. I forgot about Dirk. Those are my top 3.
So, I would say Bird is a top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd say Shaq. I would say Tim Duncan.
Top 5 or top 10? I don't think.
I think you can have more than 5 top 5s.
I think that's actually the exact purpose of the top 5.
No, you can have
have exactly.
You can have 10 top 5s.
I think Steph is 9-ish, or 8.
He cracks the top 10.
He is.
Just because of he revolutionized the sport, and
he got the finals MVP in 22. So that's where he solidified himself.
Mm-hmm. You just waved to somebody?
Yeah, I did. I interacted. That was AJ.
So that was unprofessional behavior.
Yeah, this is
we're breaking the fourth wall this whole time.
What fourth wall, Ryan?
That one.
That's actually the third wall. I don't know if you know if that works.
I've also been making this
episode 2
across the whole time. The Anakin statue is just staring.
So my top 5, LeBron and MJ. MJ obviously number 1. After that, I think Magic. I probably have to say Kareem.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, Kareem is a good pull.
I don't know if Shaq goes that high. I think he's in the top 10 for sure, but he's probably 6 or 7.
Okay. Do you don't have Kobe in the top 5?
You know what? I'd probably put him at 5. I would probably go. Or what did I say before?
That's what I mean. You feel more than
Jordan, LeBron,
MJ, LeBron, Kareem, Matt, probably Magic, Kobe, or vice versa. Switch those two. Maybe
no Larry Bird in the top 5.
Larry Bird's probably.
I would probably go LeBron, Jordan, Kareem, Magic, Bird, Kobe, probably Tim Duncan, Shaq, Steph.
What about Wilt? Does Wilt make the top 10?
Here's my thing with Wilt Chamberlain is that obviously he's great, but it's just like there's like I can't like
It's Ryan's recency bias is coming out.
But how do you rank like
high key, yeah.
And like Bill Russell too?
Yeah.
Like how do you rank those two? Because we've never seen them even we've never seen them play, but we've never even seen like that much film of them even.
It's just the numbers. It's basically all word of mouth. Like, and that there happens to be a statistic. Like, I go on to Immaculate Grid and it's like averaged 15 assists, and it's like, oh, Wilt just happens to be there.
I mean, that's the thing where, like, I don't think you can compare generationally across because you're not holding things consistent. You know, like, you can't compare Babe Ruth to a modern day MLB player. Like, the game's just too different now. Same thing with you can't really compare Wilt to what the game is now.
Yeah. I would agree.
The only thing, so on the Larry Bird thing, the only thing that's difficult for me is I think he revolutionized the game in more of like the mental aspect, but not really like, obviously he was an all-star at that time, but he wasn't like, I feel like he wasn't pioneering a lot of crazy like movement or anything like that in his era.
At the time, he was the 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
He was the 3-point shooter, but he was hitting like 4 threes a game maximum. Like, yes, he would do that, but it wasn't
like at that time. That was what we're seeing now. Like that's again like the generation thing. You didn't have,
I guess it's really easy.
Wilt chucking or Wemby shots going like 7 for 12.
It is easy to say that it's not impressive now. Whenever we have, every shooter in the league is getting like close to those kinds of numbers, if not easily surpassing them.
Bring back the mid range.
Yep.
Like I just want to see like more mid range action.
What's your opinion on a 4-point shot?
Absolutely.
Where are you placing it?
It would probably either be out past half court or like a pretty big arc inside half court.
No.
Probably not.
Live.
Because then, like, there's no, like, the whole point of 3-point is that you have, like, quarter threes, so you're eliminating that. Because you're not cutting that arc in half.
Yeah, you can't have a corner 4.
Yeah, but is that the purpose of the 4? Or of the 3, I mean?
Be at 4. Like, they're just getting ridiculous.
I think,
well, you can make the same argument at 3, though. Why does a 3 exist? Why not just make everything 2?
Because it's farther.
Yeah, but, again, the 4 would just also be farther.
But there's 1, 2, and 3. You can get 1 point for a free throw,
and you can get a 4-point play. Like that completely eradicates that.
Yeah.
Well, no, it just changes it.
I wouldn't say that because you have the N1 too. Like that doesn't eradicate the 3.
But it's like I don't know. There's something like the art of going up for an N1 or like trying to like draw that foul. Like that is an art in a weird way. This 3 foul is more like, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get it called, and you happen to get a 4-point play. Like, it's a rarity. I think the 4-point play should be kept more as a, like, niche thing.
But again, I could also just say the same thing about why should the 3 exist? Because you can just do an and 1, or you get fouled.
So where would you draw the arc on a 4?
Let's just say, hypothetically, we say half court.
Right. So they have to be in the other player's court.
Yeah. So you're just chucking up
like that. That's also the thing.
Well, you can't cross back over, so you have to just chuck it up from behind the line.
Well, and that would be there'd be strategy behind that. Would you ever want to do that? I mean, no, again, let's talk about threes. When the 3-point shot was invented, people weren't doing that. Like it took 30 plus years for people to really utilize the 3-point shot.
I think we should put this in the NBA All-Star break, have the 4-point line.
We're all good things.
And I think that's where we're going to have to end this show. I'm getting the signal now. Any final thoughts, Joe?
Congratulations to Beyonce on her Grammy.
That is not an official endorsement, actually, of the 3 Points Podcast.
Actually, I think it actually gets me so pissed off.
All right.
Like, no diss on Beyonce, but, like, this specific year, no bueno. That's my take.
That's your take.
He's so mad.
Joe, you might not be allowed on next episode. All right.
Yeah.
Signing off for myself, Matt Meaney, for to my left, Jam 4, Ryan Buchan on my right, and in the producing booth, Daniel Greene. This is the 3 Points Podcast.